Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's April 19th. Today we're going to do a video a little bit different. We're going to not go through everything in the garden, but we're going to talk about what we're harvesting. Okay, first we're going to look at broccoli. Now, some people want a really big head. We don't. But I want to talk about harvesting it. Now, when you harvest, especially depending on what variety, and this variety is nice and tender, you want to harvest it before your heads start really budding up. You want to get some of the stem when it's tender variety like this. We come in here and we cut a pretty good bit of the stem, and then we'll take off some of these bigger leaves. But we like to harvest them about this size. Now I'll show you down here. We have a lot of these that's not real big, but they do have some size. We will take and harvest these out. But when the head starts getting uneven, as you can see how this head here, it's kind of even with all this. When it starts getting uneven like this, that's when it's definitely needs to be harvested. All these are kind of showing signs of it. And what happens when you let it go a little bit too long, and we were waiting today, you see how this head starts to rise up. Now this is still good. It's excellent quality, but it won't be long after it gets to this point. It's going to shoot these up real fast and develop seeds. So when you have them like that, now some of these, like this one, we could eat it, but we won't take this to the market. Once it starts getting where it's starting to turn brown, it's fixing to make seeds. We won't take this to the market. It's still edible if you're growing it at home, but that's the reason why you want to catch it before. I had these two that definitely probably needed to be harvested a little bit earlier, but I wanted to wait. But both of these are kind of that way. Once they start turning brown, there's nothing wrong with them. They're good and edible, but they are fixing to go to seed. Okay, on our leek, now we harvest baby leek. Now this side here we have harvested. We've taken out every other plant to here. I still have to do the outside row there on that side. But as we come down here, what I'll do is I just take out every other one, so that, and it doesn't matter if it's big or little, I go ahead and take them out at this point. So these will have room to grow. And like I say, it's not that hard. Some of those were missed when I was harvesting last week. But I'll continue to go down. As you can see, we've got a little one here, but we've got a big one here. So we'll take that out, give these others room to grow. Whoops. Sometimes the roots do pop off. But what we'll do is we'll clean these up, and we'll take them and put these in bunches, and these will go to the market. Now we do use some for cooking. Now over here at our garlic, we're going to harvest these scapes. These are looking really good, ready to go. Some of them are good and long, but the flowers aren't opening up. Now when I get one like this, and this has got just a little bit of a problem, I'll probably just discard this. But a lot of these, like this one where it just isn't covered good, that would be great. But I'm going to harvest these out, and we have quite a few scapes. So if we don't sell them all at the market, what we'll do is chop these up and freeze dry them. Now we will be harvesting some of our parsley. The parsley is really looking good. We don't have a whole lot. This is some of the older that grew back. All these young ones will still need to grow a little bit. And then we're going to come down here, and we're going to harvest just some cabbage. Now these cabbage are pretty large. This is a fielder kraut. Now, normally when I harvest this cabbage, what I'll do is come in between here, and we do have some aphids. So when we clean up and get ready for the market, we're going to take those off. But I'll just come in here and chop this loose, and then I'll get the loppers because these bases are pretty big. But what I do is I'll take off outside the leaves that have a problem, and then we'll clean these up. But as you can see, this fielder kraut cabbage has really got some size to it, and we've got quite a few here that's ready to go. So we'll get those and get them to the market. All right, we have this muscadine mix, which is a variety of different greens and lettuces. We'll be harvesting this. And also, we're going to kind of check our beets over here, see if we've got anything that's looking like it's getting bigger. They are growing, but it doesn't look like any of these red beets are going to be ready for the market this week. We'll go down here and look at the others. Now, our Mitchell is coming along, and it's looking a little rough, but this is going to take a little bit longer to get ready. Now, our golden beets are starting to form decent sized small beets, but they're going to have to go a while. Now, you could harvest beet greens if you would like that. Now, we don't harvest our greens. We unless I'm making a smoothie or something, we let them grow. Our leaf lettuce will be coming out here and harvesting it. The way we do this is we pick off most of the leaves. Now, whenever we planted this, we've got a lot of places we've got two plants, so we got to make sure we pick them both and leave just enough for them to keep going. But it's doing great, and we'll harvest this here in a little bit. Now we come in here and occasionally and we'll find a few radishes that will be taken to the market. Now these are, the tops are looking pretty bad, so what we'll probably do is we might not take these. We might just put these in a salad. Now this cilantro here, it's bolting up, so it's fixing to produce coriander seeds. We're going to take this out. We don't plan to grow the coriander seeds. We will be harvesting the dill. A lot of this is getting to the point to where a lot of people that do pickles like it because they like this bloom head for their dill pickles. But we'll be harvesting some of this out of here, and it looks like we might need to go ahead and start us a new batch of that. We'll also be harvesting some of our fielder kraut out here. Now these are nice big heads. We weighed a few last week, and they were up there close to 5 pounds, but these do produce a 10-pound head. So they could go longer. There's no signs that they're going to stop growing. We'll also harvest some of this celery. In fact, we probably need to take off some of these older leaves. They're like they're getting rust or something. Maybe need a little neem oil put on them. But we do have plenty of cabbage. Our romaine lettuce isn't quite ready. We'll give this probably another week. It should be big enough to start harvesting some of this. We've also, our peas are starting to fill out. And what we'll be doing is harvesting some of these. Now, they won't be going to the market. Now, these are really sweet. Just eat like this, or you can cook them up. Okay, we're not harvesting any, but you can see that our green beans are really blooming. It won't be long, here a week or two, they ought to start producing. Also, we'll be harvesting some cilantro. Now, the weather's starting to get warmer, so it's going to get a whole lot harder to grow cilantro. We do have some planted in the greenhouse that's going to follow up this. This will be lucky to last maybe a week or two, but we will be harvesting this week. We may also harvest a little bit of our oregano. In fact, we might harvest a bunch and go ahead and freeze dry some of this now. It's starting to really take off, so it's ready to start preserving some of it. And also, we have some varieties of basil we may take and harvest them. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so it's going to be spotty on how well the market's going to come. But we do have that we can harvest, and we've got some catnip and some bee balm, or not, some lemon balm over there that we can harvest. But that's going to do it, pretty much. The harvesting is taking place. I wanted to make sure I did a video so you could see that we are harvesting a lot. We have other things that's starting to come on, squash and such as that, but it's not quite at the point to where it's producing to do much of a harvest. We've been occasionally taking out some onions, but that are a few are starting to fall over, but most of them are still bulbing up. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. I hope it encourages you to get that garden planted, and if it is planted, I hope you're as successful as I am. We'll do updates later on how some of our other stuff is doing down in the other garden plots. But anyway, if you want to see more video content like this, of course, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, select all, give it a big thumbs up, and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.